Welcome to another episode of Dose and a Half Cincos. This is episode number 28. And I think this is the week that we actually finally get caught up and releasing most of them now that we've had most of them done. So, as always, I'm your host, David.
I'm Stuart.
And I'm Ben.
Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta copy me?
No, I doubled yours, actually.
All right, David, start over. Give us the intro.
Wait, what?
I think it's just because he can't remember who he is sometimes.
I'm Stuart.
I'm Ben.
There, suck it, Ben.
I'm Ben.
All right, before this turns into a competition, even more than it was before, we'll jump into our newest segment that we've been doing for the last 5 weeks now. This is our Shark Corner. No, Street Sharks Corner?
Shark.
No.
Coral. Shark.
Ooh. I don't know. I'll have to work on that.
School?
Workshop that.
Shark.
Shark
what are
exhibit.
sharks? What do sharks?
They split their loan sharks.
No, that's the episode.
Oh yeah, that's the episode title.
The episode.
Yeah. So this week's episode is season 2, episode 2, Loan Shark.
Lone shark.
Shark.
Yeah, for those that are
There's only one shark who'd dare give me the raspberry. Right? Anyone?
This is the first episode that we get to see a new villain who's been added cleverly.
Oh,
I think this is
man.
the first one that made sense. Instead of he is a squid with arms instead of tentacles, and he is aptly named Kilomari. I thought that was really clever.
I hope the remainder of the series there are equally impressive villain names
Yeah, no,
to
seriously.
be introduced.
Because I after hearing Kilomari's name, I was wondering, what is Slopster supposed to be?
A slob and a lobster.
No, what's the S part?
I don't know. Why is Dr. Paranoid named Dr. Paranoid?
Wait,
Well, we already explained
like slaughter?
that. We already explained it at
Slaughter lobster. Slopster. Slopster.
What?
Well,
What's
if you ask me, I think that's just sloppy.
So sloppy
Oh.
seconds lobster.
yeah?
All right, I guess that
What-
makes sense.
Who's the other? What's the other villain? Bad guy. The bad guy's name?
The swordfish?
The
one?
drill guy.
Drillster?
Drill. Okay.
Wait, is it really Drillster?
No.
You'd think we would know this by now after 5 episodes.
It took us 2 episodes to find out the names of all of the.
That's because they didn't drop any. They only dropped like one name per episode.
Dude,
I don't think that they've dropped the name of Drillster.
Still keeping us in waiting.
dude, I still don't know all.
The anticipation.
I still don't know all the Street Sharks names. I only know Slamoo.
Big Slamoo, Streaks, Jab, and who's the main guy is Ripster. Yeah,
Streaks.
Oh,
Streaks is
my
rollerblades.
Streaks.
Guy. Streaks.
Yeah, because he roams the street with his extreme rollerblades.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is.
Sounds like streaks, you know, like the shit that you leave in your underwear if you don't clean up well, you know, the streaks.
Ben Somali, everyone.
His name is Slash.
Slash? Wait, why is his name Slash?
He doesn't even have a slashy.
Yeah, he
part on him, does
drills.
Because Drillster would have been.
They couldn't afford
two
Drillster.
two on the nose.
You mean two on the drill, am I right?
Oh.
bit on the bit. In this episode, what ends up happening is Kilomari gets introduced, and
I know. I saw the episode.
not all reviewers saw him.
Oh.
Yeah, and then so he eventually poisons Jab, who's the hammerhead shark, and during the rescue, then they also find out about the antidote, which is given by the mysterious internet.
I mean, I think we all know it's his dad. It's their dad.
Is it? But the street sharks don't know that it's their dad.
I think Ripster was alluding to that at the end when he's like, "Could it be?" And then it kind of just.
They also said it was at the very beginning of the episode.
Oh yeah, because there was the slime thing that was at their house that was looking through photo albums and had the password to his computer.
And Doctor was Piranha guy.
Paranoid. God, why do you have such a hard time with this?
Doctor.
Because I want to keep saying paradigm.
Dr. Parappa also said it at the beginning.
Kick, punch, block.
Ben, you were saying?
There was a scene where the main dude goes up to Slamu for a high five. Ripster goes up to Slamu for a high five. And they animated him doing a high five and Slamu going for a fist bump. And they completely went in different directions, but it still made contact. Like, they still made the sound effect that it made contact. And they made the little, like, animation for the impact. That was my favorite part of the episode.
Man, so they coined the awkward.
No, they didn't even touch. They didn't even touch. That was the best part. Like, he went high for the high five, and then Slamu went low for the fist bump. And it still somehow made contact.
They coined the even more awkward version of that.
It's a testament to their shark strength.
Yep.
Or how human they technically are.
That's true. They're still subject to human awkwardness.
Yeah, good job. High five. Why are you punching me in the gut?
Also,
why are you shaking my fist?
Also, there was a scene where they had a street battle, right? Or something. And they're out in the middle of the street, and Killamari is, like, shooting lasers or whatever the fuck he's doing. And then for some reason, like, halfway through it, they're suddenly in a fucking warehouse. And then Ripster, I guess, runs over and pushes a whole bunch of crates on top of him. And then they're back in the middle of the street. And then, later on, they have a fight scene inside a warehouse, and they reuse the same scene where he fucking runs over to him and pushes crates over him.
Well, I think that it's like Street Fighter version, right? Street Shark, Street Fighter, where you get kicked into another.
Man, can you imagine that crossover?
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick. So, like, what Ryu like comes up from underground. You know, you see his fucking headband like going through the streets, and then he comes up, and then he says, "Jawsome," and
no, he says, "Sure, you can."
No, it'd be better if Ryu said "Jawsome."
Okay.
And then
Ripster's gonna say Hadouken or something.
Yeah.
It seemed like I don't remember. I thought the first episode of this season, I remember saying how it seemed like it was such better production value. But then I feel like in this episode, it went back to season 1 production value.
Vacation.
I guess. But there was one of my favorite scenes in that episode was when Ripster is engaged in Mortal Kombat with I think it was Drillster, because
Drillster.
That's what he's
Slash.
Drillster.
Slashster.
Slash sounds Slashster.
Slash Drillster. That's his full name. But he's fighting him, but then there's just a tiny little pillar in between them. And they act like they can't get to each other.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna fucking
get you. And it takes Ripster like 10 minutes to realize, oh, I could just go through it. Which they do that all the time, so why did it take him so long?
But the pillar, well, because maybe he thought there was a load-bearing pillar.
Oh,
so he didn't want to bring it down.
That's a good point.
And then, but he was also big enough. I don't know, maybe we're not supposed to look at things to scale. I also thought that was really funny that he didn't just grab him from both sides and then pull him through the pillar. I'm like, wait, why didn't you just do? But it's fine.
It's like it wasn't that big of a pillar. Even if he wanted to like chase him around it, it's not like be one of those like scenes where people are just chasing each other in circles.
Benny Hill music would have been perfect.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part was when when Dr. Paranoid gave the rat the water supply, and then all of a sudden it turned into like this mini it's a rat with lobster arms. I was like, how is that supposed to be scary?
I mean,
Look like
rats are kind of scary, right?
Yeah, no, and then you give it like lobster
fine.
claws.
So strong. All right, fine. It was like way strong all of a sudden.
Because it has the strength of a rat and a
it was
lobster.
really big too. Yeah, the cunning of a rat and the strength.
I guarantee you, they're gonna call that one Clippy.
Clipster.
No. Ratster.
What do we call this next one? I don't know. Sharkster. Next.
The naming department at Street Sharks just literally mailed it in. They're like, dude, we need to have a squid, so we call it Kill-A-Mark.
They blew their
Great
load
job, guys. Yeah, literally just all on one. And then everybody else was just kind of, whatever. But next week, I accidentally saw a thumbnail of next week's episode.
You got spoiled?
It did. Stu, the thing you were talking about.
Oh, it's coming up?
It's coming up.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So tune in next week where we'll be rolling in to see if Stu's expectations are met because Streaks plays the drums.
Woo!
All right, that's it for this episode of Dos and a Half Cincos. No, I'm just kidding.
Tip your Reggae Masters. Bye.
We're going to jump straight into our box office rundown for this week. As no surprise, what was number one from last week and this week is Sonic the Hedgehog, coming in with $26.1 million. Number two is the Call of the Wild. Is this the Harrison Ford and the dog?
Yeah.
24.
Yeah, the movie about Harrison Ford and some dog or something. Like, come on, it's a timeless tale.
I've already seen it twice. Number three, Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, with $6.8 million. Right now, total gross is 72.3, and I remember we said that this had a budget of 98 million, something like that.
Yikes!
Yeah. Number four is up from number five, Bad Boys for Life, 5.8. Brahms the Boy 2. I don't know anything about this one. 5.8 million. Number 6 is Fantasy Island, down from number 3. 1917 comes in at number 7. Parasite drops one spot to number 8. Jumanji is still in the top 10.
Jesus.
Wow.
Number 9. Photograph drops from 4 to now to number 10. Falling out of the top 10 is Doolittle and Downhill. Any comments, questions, concerns?
I'm surprised that Birds of Prey is still in the top 3.
It's probably propped up by Warner Brothers in general. They have their entire staff gave them tickets to go see the movie. They're like, dude, we have to stay in the top 5, please. We can't lose more money on this.
But no, that doesn't seem like there's a lot of releases going on over the past week or two, or maybe last week and this week.
I think it's just in anticipation of this week's movie of the week, which is The Invisible Man.
Which we're seeing. Ooh.
Nah, I changed my mind.
I also agree with Stu. I changed my mind.
We're gonna see.
We're gonna see it together. All right, perfect. I'll see you guys there.
We're gonna see.
Go ahead.
David, what's a movie? David.
I don't know. Dude, we're seeing Sonic the Hedgehog this week. Oh, damn it. Call of the Wild. So we're seeing Invisible.
Yeah.
Whatever. Ben, do you know anything, or Stu, do you know anything about Brahms the Boy 2? What is this?
It's a sequel to
movie.
Brahms the Boy 1. I just heard that it was terrible. I heard that it was like, not only was it not scary, but it was also just really fucking boring.
That's too bad.
Like imagine watching a horror movie that's not scary and has like nothing else going for
Oh wait, we did We did do that last week.
No, that had...
Or the week before.
That had, like, you know, some aesthetic going for it, but this apparently had nothing going for it.
No.
So even worse.
Yeah, I feel like that would probably, if I were in that movie, I would have walked out on it then. Although it would have taken me like 45 to 50 minutes to realize it.
Yep, probably.
Stu would probably go see the movie by himself, stand up in the middle of the audience, be like,
hey,
guys, I'm gonna go take a dump.
Taking a dump. I'll be right back.
Can I get somebody's phone number so I can text you to tell you I didn't like it and just left? Also, I don't know how much traction this is gonna probably get, but Impractical Jokers, the movie.
Oh yeah.
You guys heard about the plot? That one's number 11.
It has a plot?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently the plot is
but I thought all their impractical jokes were real.
No, because they're it's supposed to be like it's their show, but then oh my gosh, what's the name of her the artist? It's not J-Lo. It's she was on the American Idol.
Christina Aguilera.
No.
Shakira.
No, stop it. Damn it, what's her name?
Gloria Estefan. Kelly Clarkson.
Paula Abdul.
Oh, okay.
Is a fan of theirs and then says, "Oh yeah, you should totally come to my party," and then but she only gives them 3 tickets, but there's 4 of them.
Oh, what a conundrum! How will the impractical jokers get out of this one?
Yeah, and then apparently we have Joey Fatone is also in this, and Jaden Smith.
Oh, they got nothing better to do.
What do you mean? This is supposed to be the blockbuster.
This
of
is
spring.
gold.
So, but yeah, it didn't seem like there were many surprises. I mean, there's a reason why Sonic stayed in the top spot for the second week in a row, because the Dos Nav Cincos were gonna go see it.
We told everyone, we timed it right.
It's the Cinco bump.
Yeah, the Cinco effect.
Mm-hmm. Definitely keeps it nice and propped up. So if you guys were to look at this list, and based on what you said, Stu, is that there's not much coming out, where do you think Invisible Man's gonna be?
It'll probably be number 1 because nothing else is, to quote Ben, nothing else will be coming out. There's no competition. Although, then to not quote Ben, it is supposed to be kind of it's rated R, right?
Well, I feel like horror movies kind of get a pass because...
Oh, so now because Ben wants to see it, now the rules don't apply.
Yeah, we're giving it the bump. All right, we're giving it the bump.
No, you get 1/3 of the bump. I'm not giving
it my bump.
All right, well, my bump is worth more than all yours, so mine's more like 9/10 of a bump. Your guys is worth like one, like I don't even know what's half of 1/10.
Half of 1/10. 1/20th.
Okay, yours is worth 1/40th, and the other one's is worth like what was it? 3/4. Wait, how does that work? I'm bad at math, but
Man.
Actually, I think the number 1 movie for next week is going to be My Hero Academia,
which I saw.
Heroes Rising.
That was great.
Of course he saw it. There was no question that whether Ben saw it or not. Of course he saw it.
Actually, for someone who actually doesn't watch the anime,
I just read the manga.
Yeah, I
okay, fine. Don't. For the person who doesn't watch the manga, or read the anime.
I don't watch the anime. I read the manga.
You experience the anime. Ben, what is the draw for My Hero Academia?
Just cool fight scenes.
As our resident weeb.
Who is the hero?
It's you, the viewer.
Is it Academia?
No, it's...
Is it My Hero, Academia?
No.
No, it's one word.
It's
one word?
Yeah, it's all one word.
My Hero Academia.
I gotta say, I was really ticked off when I saw it because I got a beer to go watch it. And I went to go see it at...
They said no beer because there's children.
There...
Then they said no beer allowed in here because there's children.
Oh, right. And then I took off my pants. Now I'm ready. Okay. But I went to Cinemark, and they have really kind of weird seats where they recline, but also the armrests kind of pop out. If that makes sense, like
you can remove them.
This sounds like such a struggle. Wait, the one that flips up?
Yeah. Like it elevates, the elevates.
Oh, okay.
So I got my beer and I put it in there, and then a guy sat next to me, and I already had my drink in there, and he popped up the armrest thing, and my beer exploded. And it was just leaking everywhere. I was like, fuck, And he's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, fuck, it's leaking everywhere, man.
You stuff your sorries in a sack.
Pretty much. And then I was like, what do I do? And then I tried to pick it up to throw it away, but then it was leaking everywhere. So I was like, fuck. And I just looked around. I'm like, fuck it. And then I chugged it. And that's the reason why I was drunk during the movie.
Did he offer to buy you a new one?
He did, but the movie was starting, so I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to sit. I don't care anymore.
Wait, you're telling me Cinemark doesn't do the bring the food to you?
They did, but I don't want to walk all the way out there. So I just sat down and had my delicious popcorn. And let me tell you, the Cinemark popcorn's great. I love that popcorn. They do 2 layers of butter. 2 layers.
Oh yeah, I haven't been to too many Cinemarks, but I went there one time with my brother up in Apple Valley, and that was one thing I was like, holy shit, why aren't other movie theaters doing this? Is that they, in the popcorn bucket, they put like some of it in, and then they butter it, and then they put more popcorn in, and then butter it again.
Yep, double layer, man.
So it's revolutionary. Why don't other popcorn or movie theater places do this?
Actually, I think Cinemark also is the home of the, what is it? The,
Whopper.
Home of the flame-broiled popcorn.
I'd eat it.
Welcome to Cinemark.
Welcome to Cinemark. Home of the Cinemark. Can I
Home of the Cinemark. I like one popcorn with nothing on it.
Do you want fries with that?
Hold the pickles.
I'm holding the pickles.
All right. Well, any other thoughts about this week's box office, guys?
I'm going to say that Invisible Man's going to be number 1 next week.
Okay, and I think Stu also said the same thing.
Because we're watching it.
David, how much do you want to bet that Ben has already seen it?
Let me go see how much I have in my bank and liquidate.
Let me move some cash around.
What can I literally bet with?
Let me go sell my car real quick. And
car's worth about this much. Retirement 401k. I don't care what screw the penalty. I'm about to win a lot more money.
I'm about to double this bitch.
You could put parlay on if I saw it or in what day I saw it.
Oh yeah. Can we parlay with? Can we do lightning points on the days that Ben didn't see it? 0. I would bet a lot of things, all of the things that Ben had already seen it.
Okay.
And that's the reason why he put it number 1, because he wanted to go see it.
All right.
He's watching it right now.
How many? Okay, let me phrase it to you like this, because I also think Ben already saw it. How many points do you think he added to his score, just to bump it up over because of what I said about it?
What, that you thought it would be dumb?
Yeah.
I don't think you can. Are we allowing scores higher than 10?
Well, theoretically.
Then probably 5.
Like, so they'll bump it up by 5 points just to spite me.
It was probably a 10, and then he probably added 5.
Okay.
So it's probably going to come in at a 15, but because it's invisible, you can't see his score.
Oh. It's still just a 10 out of 10 with a +5 invisibility modifier.
Wow.
Got it.
This is game breaking. You just can't do that. But all right, so if that wraps up this portion of the box office rundown, we'll jump straight into our movie of the week this week, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Keep talking.
And so this week we went to go see Sonic the Hedgehog. This is another video game movie, but it seemed like it did pretty well. Music, God, you guys are distracting me. Ben, what do you got for us?
Sonic tries to navigate the complexities of life on Earth with his newfound best friend, a human named Tom Wachowski. They must soon join forces to prevent the evil Dr. Robotnik from capturing Sonic and using his powers for world domination. It's like when Spock had to fight Kirk on Star Trek. Best friends forced to do battle.
If we don't battle to the death, they will kill us both. Salt peanuts. Okay.
Ben, that was literally the best one you've given in a long time. Stu,
yeah,
thoughts?
I think the last couple, Ben was just, they were goofs.
Nailed it.
Woo! Yeah, this one, that was pretty good. What was the question?
Thoughts?
I had a rip-roaring Sonic good time at this movie. Obviously, I don't go into these types of movies with a lot of high expectations, so the only thing I was concerned about was how the whole thing with the animation of Sonic was going to shake out. I had heard a lot of things that from the original animation was, we all know, I think we all saw pictures of it, was god awful. I think we even talked about it at one point.
Yep.
But yeah, I liked it. It was fun. Obviously not gonna be in the Oscar run next year, but it was fun. It was a fun movie. I enjoyed seeing Sonic, and so I'll give it a 7.
Okay. Are you knocking that because you didn't hear Green Zone? Or...
Yeah, there was. I don't want to get into that yet, but
okay. Ben, score thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. It wasn't like the best movie, but it was still really enjoyable, especially if you're a fan of Sonic. There's a lot of cute little nods to the game. It's pretty nostalgic, and it was also really nostalgic seeing Jim Carrey just act that goofy. I don't know. I feel like we haven't seen like Jim Carrey like this in a really long time, so I thought it was kind of refreshing. So yeah, I would say like a 6.5.
Okay. Oh, I thought you would have given it a higher score because based on your glowing review from last week, that when we talked about Sonic,
I was anticipating a lower score, but
for me, I definitely gave it like 7. I was actually pleasantly surprised. I was trying to figure out from the very beginning like where they were gonna go with this movie, like what was the point of everything, and how it was gonna all fit together. So, but knowing that they kind of played off a lot on the jokes of like him coming of age and just like learning to be like a teenager without having all of those like quirks, and then them banding together and working together and stuff like that. I actually thought that having Jim Carrey play Dr. Robotnik was a little bit weird at the beginning, but by the end I was like, okay, I get it. It makes sense now. Because at first you're like, that he doesn't look like the classic Dr. Robotnik character.
Yeah, so it's origin story though, so no one looks like.
That makes sense. Yeah, but how does he get to the point? Because he says at some point he calls him Eggman.
Well, okay, I mean,
right.
Well, okay, we could get to that in spoilers, but
yeah, we'll get into that. But for me, I feel like that's you have to like know what's going on with it. So I guess that maybe that's just like an homage thing, or like a throwback.
Well, I mean, I feel like that one was warranted, I feel like it didn't come out of left field, but yeah, we could get into that later.
But yeah, overall, it was pretty fun. Got to see some of the stuff, and yeah. I don't know. I don't know. The story's kind of whatever, but I'm excited. It was exciting to watch. It was definitely enjoyable. I definitely wasn't bored, and it's kind of short. It's only an hour and a half.
It was
right?
pretty short.
I think those types of movies typically, that's like the typical runtime. I don't think you want them going into the 2 hour plus range.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like The Invisible Man or anything.
It's a 4 hour movie.
It's actually a 2 hour movies squished together. Okay, well, any other thoughts before we jump into the spoiler zone?
Nope.
Okay. All right, we're in the spoiler zone now.
Well, that was
Wait,
fast.
we should have done the bonus level music. How's that go again?
I don't remember. I really don't remember.
Dude, I haven't played Sonic in forever. That I was like, I know that's a song, but I can't remember which level that came
Wait,
out
the one
of.
we were humming?
That's the
That-
title.
No,
song.
I know.
Oh.
No, I know that one.
Oh.
No, at the during the credits.
Wait, you mean that OG song that they made? The OC song?
The OG song.
The OG song?
The original contest.
The Orange County
The
song.
Orange County song.
The OC song. I don't know. I kept looking for stuff.
Right?
Is that the,
Anyone?
is that the boss?
No, that's oh, I know. Hang on.
There's a lot of Googling in this
Yeah.
episode.
But
Oh, okay. I know. I knew what it was called. I just wanted to make sure. I felt like there should have been a third word, but it's Marble Zone.
oh.
It's the second level.
Wait, I thought Chemical Plant Zone was second level.
No, Chemical Plant Zone is like, I think that's from Sonic 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. That was my favorite.
Yeah, Chemical Plant Zone is number one as far as the score.
Well, Green Hill is just for nostalgia. You know, it's like the first one you ever hear, you know?
They're like 1A and 1B.
Okay, fine. They did play They did play Green Hill Zone, David. They did. Okay?
Wait, they did?
See?
How did I miss
It
it?
was at the very end. It was like a little piano melody for it, but it was like...
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay,
I heard that
Yeah.
part.
But I mean, it wasn't like a...
Yeah,
I thought you had said that they actually
Like the smooth jazz
played it.
Yeah. Now, I don't know about you guys, but after the movie, I really wanted to get Olive Garden. I don't know why. You know, I just really wanted some Olive Garden. Did you know that
Got that
their pasta it never ends. It never ends.
Ends.
In fact, shout out to Olive Garden right now. They do have a never-ending stuff.
Shut up right now.
Man.
No, what?
Man, when you're there, man, you really are family.
Your family. I feel like this movie knew that, like, they needed to take it in a lighthearted way. It was like, yeah, it's an origin story. It's also a video game movie. And, like, and I think it was, like, not like Stu was. I wasn't really expecting too much from it. But at the end of it, after watching everything, I was like, oh, okay, I kind of get where they're trying to go for. And it's, like, a clear setup for a second one, especially since you get to see Tails.
Yeah. Woo!
I wonder how many of these movies are gonna go with.
I don't know, but unlike Gretel and Hansel, where they might have tried to set up a sequel, I don't want to see that one, but I would see a Sonic sequel that has Tails in it, and who knows, maybe Knuckles. I don't know.
Yeah, Shadow.
I'll keep it to the originals.
Yeah, Shadow.
I don't think he's original.
Yeah, he's pretty original, man. Look at him. He's a hedgehog. I mean, we've never seen any other hedgehogs. He's got rocket boots.
Oh, okay.
And he has guns. He has guns and a motorcycle. I mean, come on. That's pretty original.
I guess you're right. When you're right, you're right.
And when you're at Olive Garden, your family.
One thing I was... shit, I just lost my thought. I had a thought. I felt like it was a good one. I lost it. Oh, yeah. So, got it. Thanks. It was the Sonic music that brought it back. So I know probably for all of us, I would say that nostalgia was probably a big factor in our enjoyment of this movie. Am I accurate? Is that an accurate
Yeah.
statement?
That's accurate.
Okay. So I was confused, and I guess maybe I know the answer to this, but I was confused when I went to go see this movie. There was a disproportionate amount of tiny children coming to see the movie, and I'm just sitting here thinking, like, what do you guys know about Sonic? Like, you didn't grow up with Sonic.
Well, he's still a part of a lot of games now. Still, I mean,
yeah, but
Mario
he's like
and Sonic. It's more like mashups. It's not like a standalone, like Sonic All Stars, that kind of thing.
Do they even know Green Hill Zone?
Well, I think that was probably. Ooh, what if it's parents bringing their children because the parents want to see it, but it happens to be
that's the only thing I can
family film. That probably is what more likely.
Yeah, it's either I can only think of either that or it's just like parents taking their kids to a kid type movie, and maybe the parents themselves were never really familiar with Sonic, and if they were, they should be ashamed of themselves because that would mean they grew up the same time that we did, and they don't know about Sonic. So,
but everybody could get the 16-bit Sega Genesis.
Yeah, but you at least
you had that or the SNES.
You probably had a friend or something, or go to the video game store and you see Sega and stuff like that.
What was the handheld one?
Game Gear.
That's it. Oh man, that was the one thing I always wanted and never got.
I had one, and the only game I had was Sonic. I never beat it. In fact, I don't think I've ever beaten any of them.
Yeah, they're too difficult for me.
After I saw the movie, I really wanted to play it again. So, and I was looking on Google Play Store, and they have like all the games for free, I think. But I saw in the comments that like it's bugged. Like if you get to the last level, it like crashes and you can't beat the game. Mm. So I was like, I don't know if I want that.
Should I buy a Game Gear on eBay?
No, then you have to buy it like 1 billion batteries for it, because holy shit.
Yeah, it takes like 8 AA's or something.
And they'll last you maybe 10 minutes.
That's why you never finished the game.
I had mine plugged into the wall whenever I played.
But I will say that if you do want to play like older Sonic games or get that feel for it, like the newer Sonic Mania game is pretty much just that. And I really liked it. It's pretty much like...
Is it a new game?
It is a new game.
Or is it a collection of
It's a new game, but it pretty much follows the gameplay of the older Sonic games. It's really super nostalgic. Like everyone loved it. It was, just remix levels, new levels, but the same mechanics almost. With some new fresh mechanics.
So here's my big question / gripes with those types of games. What did they do to the soundtrack?
They added some new songs, and honestly, I did like the new songs because it's like they're new, right? But it doesn't sound like something that was created right now. It did sound like it was something created specifically for the Genesis era.
Okay.
It's very much a Sonic game made for fans of the original Sonic. It's so popular that actually at the beginning of the movie, they played a song from the game, from Sonic Mania. Oh. And I thought, oh, wow. Like, if I didn't know that game, I would have totally thought it was from the OG Sonic. It was from when they were showing Baby Sonic, I guess, in wherever he was growing up.
With Owl, with his mama Owl?
I did not know Sonic had a mama owl. Was that a thing?
I don't know if that's canon.
I don't think so either. But damn,
but they do have like little bird owl. Doesn't he like when you at the end of a level when you rescue the animals?
Yeah.
Like sometimes owls fly out.
I mean, there's a billion animals that fly out. I mean, is any of them his mom? Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, like there's bunnies and
I don't think
owls.
Can you represent a billion with 16 bits?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if you do the math...
I don't want to do math. But, what was I going to say? Oh, Ben, what platforms can we get Sonic Mania on?
I'm glad you asked. It's available on PS4, Switch, Xbox. Actually, I don't know if it's on Xbox One, but Steam.
Yeah, fuck Xbox.
Yeah, it's
Steam.
Yeah, it's on pretty much every major platform, and it's pretty cheap. And it has multiplayer.
I was.
Oh my god.
Oh,
It's great.
Man, I kind of wanted to. You know those like I don't know that they still made them. They're making them. Remember when like Nintendo made the SNES with all the games on it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I think Sega did the same thing.
The retro console.
Yeah. I was like, man, I want to. I should have got one.
Wait, like the SNES or just the NES?
Well, either. Well, I still have my SNES, but I was talking about the Sega one because I wanted to play Sonic, and also have the 3-button controller.
Ooh.
I think they still have them for sale.
Yeah, so nothing's stopping you.
We'll wait while you order it.
Okay. I'm not ordering.
No, no, Ben, we're waiting.
Okay, fine.
Okay, cool. So just send us the receipt.
That was too fast. Don't lie to us.
Guys, you want to come over after school tomorrow and play on my Sega Genesis?
Yeah. Grab some Capri Suns, play some Sega Genesis. Yeah.
Some
pizza
rolls.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude, Totinos.
Can't wait to burn my mouth and get to the ice cold center.
That was the origins of Icy Hot. Wow. You burn your mouth and then it cools it off afterwards.
Oh, I'm Shaquille O'Neal.
I'm bigger than life.
I usually sponsor Icy Hot.
Do you like burning your mouth on frozen pizza rolls?
No, it's not that intelligible. You gotta go a little bit. We gotta mumble a little bit more.
That's probably your chin.
Yo, Chuck,
that's chicken.
He's not that unintelligible. Come on.
I know. We're just exaggerating. Oh man, you guys just gaming food in general.
Gaming food.
I remember when Halo first came out and then Mountain Dew Code Red, dude, that was the only thing I would drink for a while.
Because I'm a gamer. I'm a real gamer.
I know. I was like, oh, it's gamer fuel. I'm like, dude. What? I'm like, dude, I got sucked into the marketing. You know, 12-year-old David was very susceptible to marketing.
Dude, the concept of gamer fuel, like, implies that playing video games requires some kind of special amount of energy.
Hey, those esports guys, those are real athletes, right? They have injuries, repetitive stress injuries, and yeah, those guys. They're. I was told by a very wise person that I actually. Oh, you guys remember Joe Cannon?
Oh yeah.
He is the vice president of business development for HyperIce.
What's HyperIce?
Oh, HyperIce.
Oh, that's the like the muscle recovery, like massaging tools and stuff like that. So they're in all the professional like sports. I talked to him recently, and he was telling me about how like esports is the next like big segment for them because those guys have shorter career spans than NFL linebackers, which is roughly around 3 to 5 years because of all the training that they have to do. And I'm like, maybe they need gamer fuel. Just send them some Code Red.
Back some Code Red. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how healthy drinking Mountain Dew Code Red is because it's like 99.9.
I'll tell you, David. I'll tell you, David. It's not. It's not healthy at all.
But it keeps you alive.
But it keeps you fueled.
I feel like there should be. I think that I went to E3 3 years ago, and there was a booth that was marketing gamer fuel. It was kind of like a protein shake, but for gamers. I was like, I looked at the ingredients on the back, and I'm like, how is this any different than muscle milk?
Jesus,
shut up.
Go away. Here, if I give you a free sample, you go away. I was like, okay, and I walked down. I walked towards the end. And muscle milk was at the very end on the other side. I was like, God. I don't get it now at this point. So I don't
know if too many people who are like hardcore into video games probably need something like muscle milk. Or
we knew a guy who spent a lot of his time just playing video games.
That's true.
And that's all he did.
Yeah, Ben.
Darren.
That's where this is going.
Well, because it takes a long time to be able to paint all those maps, especially using your mouse and paint. So,
wow.
But going back to the movie, I feel like we've gone way off topic here.
Oh yes,
yeah,
correct. That's my job. Thanks, Stu. What were some of your favorite parts?
Oh, okay. Shit. Ben, do you have anything?
I'll
or Stu, you could talk about what you wanted to talk about. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have let this go on a tangent. That's my job.
Yeah, you're the main contributor.
Yeah. Why do you think I'm apologizing?
Yeah. I was right in thinking that they were taking digs at Mario throughout the movie, right? You're taking shots, taking little jabs.
I didn't count them. Can you remind me?
They were talking about the mushroom world.
Oh, that's really
like
boring.
The stinky mushroom world.
I never.
Yeah, I did not make that connection. Oh man. Well,
you guys didn't make that connection?
Now that you say it, it sounds more plausible.
I mean, after you say it like that, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that. Okay.
Because I feel like the first time they said it, I was like, "Oh, is that a shot at Mario? That's funny." And then they kept like kind of jabbing at it as they kept bringing it up, because I don't think there's any real reference to mushrooms throughout the Sonic games. I mean, I haven't played any of the new ones.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Yeah, it does stand out a bit.
Yeah, so I think they were taking some shots at Mario.
Yeah,
there.
okay, that's fair. That's fair.
So I like that.
Ben, favorite moment?
Olive Garden.
They didn't even go though.
I know.
You don't know that. They gave him a $50 gift card. There's plenty of opportunity to do that.
Maybe in the deleted scenes we'll get to see that. That part.
Oh, actually, I did really like that they had Sonic the Hedgehog in them.
Oh yeah. For like a split second.
When they're talking about the Blue Devil and he had a picture of what he thinks Sonic looks like, and it was Sonic the Hedgehog. That was pretty good. I was like, oh my god.
Oh, my favorite was when they kept calling him Crazy Carl.
Crazy Carl. Oh.
Yeah. The Crazy Carl was right. I was like, oh god.
Of course it's Crazy Carl.
Yeah. Stu, favorite moment?
Again?
Jackie again? Jackie again?
Well, you didn't come up with
Okay. Well, I mean, the Mario jabs were fun. But let's see. My favorite moment. The entire movie.
Wow.
I like my favorite moment was when at the end when you see Dr. Robotnik kind of turning into the Dr. Robotnik we all know, with his wild bushy mustache and everything, and he's going crazy,
bald head and
yeah. So, and he was in the mushroom world. So,
Ben, you were when I was talking earlier about the Eggman.
Right.
Why did that fit?
Okay, so we all know that, they call Dr. Robotnik Eggman in the games, right? They started doing that, I guess they started doing that in Sonic Adventure, right? Or something. But some people said, it kind of feels like out of left field. They just randomly calls him Eggman or something, right? Well, I mean, throughout the...
You can't catch me, Eggman.
Yeah, he... I guess it kind of makes sense just because he did refer to other people he didn't whose names he did not know or something by food items or something. Like he would call what's his name? James Marsden, he would call him Donut Lord, or he would call his wife Pretzel Lady. I see. Because, he always had these things that look like eggs, Eggman. I could kind of buy it, it's just okay.
Okay. Well, now that there's that explanation, I guess it's not that big of a stretch. I was thinking, it's because he's supposed to look like an egg, right? I mean,
yeah, that too.
But Jim Carrey looks more like a celery stick. Why didn't he call him Celery Man?
Yeah, launch celery man.
Yeah. Show me nude pain.
Sure.
My favorite moment was anytime Dr. Robotnik's assistant,
Agent Stone.
Agent Stone was around.
Yeah.
And he would just be like right there when he was like messing around in his lab, and all of a sudden he turns around and he's literally right in his face. Those moments are really fun. Just to be able to kind of just give Jim Carrey. I have a feeling those moments where he showed up, they told him just do whatever you feel like doing. Those were probably not scripted after that.
Yeah, I like what Ben said earlier, that it's nice to see Jim Carrey kind of reprising his old self, because I feel like lately he's always been like, you know,
serious roles,
serious movie, and okay, it's like we don't get to see the, you know, the Ace Ventura,
Bruce Almighty,
or Cable Guy,
or Mask, Cable Guy type Jim Carrey that much anymore. So it was nice. I liked it. It was fun.
I'm excited to see the fat suit that they're gonna make him wear in the next one.
Dude, I would be so happy if they made him do that. Like, so happy.
He's gonna do full on like Christian Bale style.
Oh,
and he's
God.
he's gonna actually put on like 300 pounds.
Holy crap!
I've just been eating nothing but mushrooms.
I don't think you can gain that much weight eating just mushrooms.
Space mushrooms, whatever.
Yeah, space mushrooms.
Yes.
Duh.
These make you super fat. Dude, I want to know where he bought those sunglasses. Those sunglasses were awesome.
At
the ones that provide like no UV protection at all.
All it does is cover your pupil.
You mean they mentioned it? It was at Lens. I can't remember.
It's crap.
Or something. They did mention the store though, because he broke them. He's like, contact lens crafters, get me another pair. They know which ones I like. So.
Although I'm sure that was just a bit. I don't think Lens Crafters actually has those frames.
What if they did? What if they did, and suddenly they have like a giant boost?
Then I'm wrong. Then I'm wrong. Okay, there.
And we could have had a plug right now, like something like, this episode brought to you by Lens Crafters. Enter promo code Eggman for, I don't know, for 50% off your lens width, or
width,
or diameter, height.
We'll take your
radius.
We'll take your current glasses and we'll cut them in half.
So it can match Eggman's or Dr. Robotnik's.
but Dr. Robotnik's glasses in the movie were square.
They're like
not circular, because I think Robotnik's glasses are more like Morpheus.
They are. Yeah, he is the Morpheus of the Sonic world. Yeah. Yeah.
Man, blue pilled as fuck right now.
Yeah.
Red pill?
Blue pill.
Which one's the one?
Well, do you want to be
whatever? I said blue pill because Sonic is blue.
Yeah, and then Knuckles took the red pill, and then he killed Sonic's mom.
Oh.
Spoiler.
What do you mean? We're in the spoiler zone. He killed his mom. We all saw it. A whole bunch of fucking echidnas.
Spoiler. Oh, apparently a lot of people were upset that Jim Carrey played Dr. Robotnik, and it should have been Danny DeVito.
Dude, that would have been pretty good.
I'ma get you, Sonic.
All right, guys, any other thoughts before we wrap this one up?
I do want to see Shadow the Hedgehog in the next installment. Yep.
That'd be Stu's gonna like
just leapfrog over Knuckles and Tails and just go straight to.
That'd be hilarious if all they did was they showed Tails, but then they didn't actually use him. In the
no, they show Tails, right? They show him, and then he's like going onto the screen. It's like, all right, Tails, and he gets gunned down by Shadow the Hedgehog on his motorcycle.
You guys just referred to Tails as a he?
Yeah. Tails is a...
Isn't Tails...
No.
Isn't Tails a girl?
Wait, is that a question?
Tails is a guy.
Are you sure?
His name is Tails Miles Per Hour.
Ha! Boom. Google says otherwise. Tails is a boy.
Damn. What? Why did I think he was a girl?
His sometimes female tendencies are caused.
See, I thought it was
but he is male.
I thought it was the other way around.
Wait, Stu, did you just assume
his gender?
Oh my god.
Her gender?
Oh my god.
All right, we're wrapping this up before this devolved. Nope.
Nope. We're
canceled.
We're canceled.
All right, so we're gonna exit the spoiler zone now. Thank you guys for that. This week, next week we'll be watching Invisible Man because Ben was able to finish editing episode 14. So that means that by the time you guys have heard this episode posted, we should be caught up by then.
Yeah, so I have a little bit of an announcement. Assuming we get past episode 22, whoever's editing that episode, David is.
That's me. I'll be done with it next week.
We will be caught up because 27. I finished 27 last night. This is 28.
Wow.
So we will be caught up hopefully by next week's episode.
Next week, correct. And we'll be releasing them on a weekly basis.
Wow. We're living the dream.
Yeah, we're just gonna give Ben episode 40 and then have him
90,
start now.
97.
He's gonna start now.
Also, wait. Side note. It was really weird editing episode 14 because I wasn't in it, and it was just completely new to me. I didn't know what was going on, and you guys were just dunking on me for pretty much the whole hour.
Why do you think we wanted you to edit 14? Because if you were just gonna edit all of it out, it'd just be like, I can't edit this because I took everything out because you guys were just dunking on me the entire time. That one's Zombie.
No, that was Parasite.
No, that's Parasite. Which made me laugh. I made the video for it, and I was at one point I was skipping through the audio, and I heard David go, "Yeah, so it's October something." I was like, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
We made it, guys. We made it.
All right, for those of you who don't know, this is we are recording in March.
Yeah,
and we are finally going to be releasing
5 months later.
For those of you who've been wanting more Dose and a Half Cinco's, don't worry, we're going to release the other half in the coming weeks, and you'll have way more than an earful. So make sure to keep those streams running and keep listening. Stay here to listen to more Dose and a Half Cinco's. Join us next week. We'll be covering episode 3 of Street Sharks in season 2. That one will include the anticipated Streaks drumming solo.
Yes.
As well as the Invisible Man, which Ben has already promised it will be number 1. If not, it's not number 1. Then he has promised that he will no longer eat Popeye's chicken.
Deal. All right. Woo!
So, as always, I'm your host, David.
And I'm Stuart.
And I'm Ben.
We'll don't forget to tip your Reiki Masters, and we'll see you guys next week. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Maybe the outro song is Green Hill Zone or something, or is that copyrighted?
I'll try.
Dun, 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 dun.